buddy reading, it's been around since the dawn of time. I actually don't know that, but buddy reading is a strategy where two or more people read the same book at the same time. And so my husband is also a booktuber, and one of our favorite things to do is read each other's favorite books, but we've never actually buddy read a fictional book together. Fairy Tale by Stephen King. Wait, that looks so cool. Aww. Wait, that's
Dude,
so cute.
Twin volumes.
How do we know whose is whose?
Mine will be the yellow.
What if this is mine?
This is one that was on my shelf. It's been on my shelf.
So many of you guys commented on the video where Ian picks my TBR for the fall time, and I was like, how am I going to come up with video ideas for all these books? A lot of you guys said to do a buddy reading video with Ian since he picked the TBR, and I'm like, that is actually perfect because we have been wanting to buddy read together for a very long time.
I feel like we've had buddy reading plans since last November.
Yes. Yes!
Whatever, hey man, YouTube's a wild ride.
But this is gonna be so cute and so fun because we get to read together.
Yes.
And like give our real-time updates to each other.
To each other, which is so much more fun.
Yeah, we've never done that before.
And if one of us is reading faster than the other, it's gonna be really fun to be like,
our reactions?
Page 62!
Honestly, I have no idea what this is about.
Same.
But we are starting with this one because we both are Stephen King fans, but it's actually like a fantasy. I'm sure there's some kind of thriller elements in it still, but it's a fantasy.
Stephen King goes into the deepest well of his imagination in this spellbinding novel about a boy who inherits the keys to a parallel world where good and evil are at war, and the stakes could not be higher for that world or ours. That sounds like Stephen King decided to try Narnia.
Yeah! I love the cover. It looks like there's an animal companion.
Yeah, there's a dog.
Let's begin our first book of this video.
Yes!
Cheers! My funny bone.
What?
My funny bone. Hi guys! It is nighttime. We're doing a little books in bed segment.
Books in bed?
So I am currently on chapter 7. Just got here. I just got here on a hot pot walk. If you want to see my hot pot walk of Fairy Tale, go over to my Instagram, linked in the description box if you want.
Link in the description.
I love it because each... Oh, that's heavy.
You want me to?
Each chapter has an illustration, which I really like. I am on page 109, and so far I just read chapter 6. I'm really invested right now, actually, because what I just read in chapter 6 was very... I'm hooked now. I think we're really picking things up now. Basically, this book starts with a backstory on our main character Charlie and his dad and kind of their dynamic. Jump to the present day. Charlie ends up kind of being a caregiver for this older gentleman who has had an accident, and he's staying at his house. Yeah, it kind of like requires a lot from him, but he wants to do it. He's a really sweet kid. He is looking after this man. He's looking after his dog. Like there are different things that he's doing. He's staying at this house here and there, and the house is super creepy. It's known for being, what did they call it?
The Psycho House.
Yeah, the Psycho House. I just love that. Especially, is it giving you October vibes?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is even during, well, I think it's technically during, yes, it's giving me October.
Oh, it is giving spring vibes
because
of
baseball
season. I think it's giving October vibes other than the actual season that it is set in. It's Delulu World.
It's a spooky shed.
Dude, it's giving Monster House vibes.
Yeah, only it's like a dead monster house.
Yeah, the shed is the monster house. And there is a shed that's on this man's property. Interesting, creepy vibes around it. Because I was thinking there are these locks and stuff on it, and why this like elderly man doesn't want Charlie just roaming around his house and stuff. I was thinking because he wants to keep Charlie out of what this potential fantasy world could be, but Ian has a different theory, so I'm gonna pass the mic.
Well, just based off of the cover, I think I think that the shed is housing a portal to this fantasy world that the blurbs are talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's just a one-way thing. I feel like it's padlocked, sure, to keep snooping and prying eyes away from it, but I also have the inclination and hunch that it's keeping something from getting out. Charlie mentions hearing things on the other side of the locked door. Leads me to believe that it's not just a one-way thing. It's keeping people out, keeping something in, everybody's happy and safe. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be one heck of a wild ride. This book feels very whimsical already.
Yes.
I feel like it's gonna be so fantastic, because any fantasy that I've ever read from Stephen King is always the most unique fantasy I've ever read.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more of adult. Like it had kind of a childish feel, but it's definitely more adult because Mr. Bodish got a mouth on the boy.
So you're loving it. So far.
Yeah, oh
Same.
yeah. I mean, he always hooks me in his beginning. There's always that initial point where it's like, all right, Stephen, you had... how does it say? I had it in my mind.
Hook, line, and sinker?
No. There's a line from a movie.
I'm tired.
He has my attention.
Yes. Ian's going to get to the point that I'm at, and then we're going to listen to the audiobook until we fall asleep. Update. So Ian and I have been reading Fairy Tale. This is so fun.
Wasn't even planned.
So I am on chapter 8, page 122. And where are you at?
I'm on chapter 10, page 155.
I need to catch up.
These next two chapters are not easy. I didn't think Stephen King would be tugging at the heartstrings this early, but...
Dude, I know. I feel like he's really laying it on thick.
I don't know when the fantasy stuff starts, but where I'm at, I'm getting very close.
I'm excited to keep reading. That's my plans for tonight. I'm going to get cozy. We are going to make some cookies for this buddy read. Just move.
You moved it with your foot?
No, my foot's not even close to it.
You moved it when your foot was
My
right
foot's
there.
on the other side of the room.
I saw it with both of my eyes.
Guys, we have been reading Fairy Tale like it's our full-time job.
It is.
Yeah. I'm currently on chapter 24.
I just got to 25.
No way.
Yeah, I finished 24.
Aww, let's show them the chapter because it always looks so cool.
That's crazy, bro. I just find myself wanting to move on.
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie to you people. I love Stephen King, but there's only been a handful of books of his that I've kind of been like, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah, and this one, I think we were both highly anticipating it. I think I liked the urban part of the story better.
Yeah.
And now that we're like in this fantasy world and everything, I'm still enjoying it. And there is a trope. There's something that's there's a huge part of the plot that's happening that I was not expecting whatsoever. I never thought Stephen King would play around with this. Were you expecting that? Did you see that coming?
As soon as he got to the dungeons, I was like, oh.
Because we kind of knew before that what was going on a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know what I was kind of hoping for?
What?
I was kind of hoping for like a more back and forth.
Me too.
I'm not mad.
It's just a completely different story than what I thought was being set up.
Because I was thinking, how is this book so big? I get it now.
I am excited to see what is gonna happen.
And even the beginning of the fairy tale aspect of it, I was like, I'm still here for it.
Me too.
But now I just kind of feel a little bit, I feel like I'm slogging.
Me too. I'm gonna update you guys to the point where I can without giving any spoilers or anything like that away. So our main character, Charlie, has now ventured into this fairy tale fantasy world. It's like your beloved childhood classics are just, there's little pieces of them in this world. So you've got like a little bit of the Little Mermaid, like there's,
Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Even Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. Oh, there was another one, I can't remember. But it's more twisted and dark. It's like a dark fairy tale.
It's like Grimm's fairy tales, only not as... I don't know, I think the Grimms go darker. The only thing that stops this from being almost a YA book is the language.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is the chosen one trope.
Yeah, I really like how he's doing that.
Yes.
How it's... Yes!
And it's kind of funny because it's kind of playing on how a lot of those Disney movies have created these heroes. And what they look like. It's like kind of funny.
He's kind of making fun of all that.
Yeah. That is the update on Fairy Tale Charlie. He's been to this world now. That's pretty much all that I can give at the moment. We don't have too much left.
Hi!
Hi!
Hi, Mishak.
Hi, Mish.
Fairy Tale's fun. We'll catch you up later.
Saying. It's not that I'm not liking this book. I think it was just so unexpected from what I thought it was going to be. I'm adjusting. This is just so different. Hi guys, we are back with a huge update. We've both finished the book.
We're done.
I can take this out.
Take it out.
Yeah, he finished it last night and then I just finished it today. It's our first time talking about it. So what did you think about the ending? Because the ending was... the ending did not take me by too much surprise.
And also, I mean, he was banking on a lot of those fairy tale tropes.
Yeah.
He didn't change too much. Yeah, he didn't change too much of like the classic fairy tale plot layout. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but the ending definitely was good enough to where I no longer feel like it's a 3.25.
Really?
I like the ending a lot. I like those last 3 chapters.
So what would you rate it?
Probably a 4.
Whoa.
Solid 4.
That is awesome.
Yeah, the middle was a bit...
Yeah.
But I think once the... say without giving a spoiler.
You can tell me.
That's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm back. He's back.
Okay, that part also, I was like, because that was a big part of the book.
Huge.
Oh my gosh, we were down there forever.
The ending totally made up for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I would give it somewhere in the 3s still. I don't know where. I don't know if it's like a middle 3 or a low 3. I know this is gonna like break people's hearts.
Give it a 3.5, bro.
I feel like 3.25. Maybe 3.5 because I know that's pretty.
No, that's fine.
That's pretty intense, but
that's still recommendable.
Yes, no, I would still recommend it. I think people should read it, especially right now. Yeah. If you have room on your fall TBR, I definitely recommend adding this. I keep trying to tell myself if this was written by someone else, I think I would give it 3.25. You have to be truthful with yourself. And I have my reasons why.
Lay them on us.
I loved the first half of the book. Whenever we went into the fairy tale world, like I was still interested. It was an interesting direction that he took it. Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm blown away that he is so open-minded and steps out and tries so many different things. Like he, you know, the Dark Tower and like all the stuff that he's done. That's super impressive.
Yeah.
I felt like he did really good with like the darker elements of it. Also just the urban setting was incredible.
I think the thing that doesn't hit really for the middle, this is not a knock on this age group by any means, but it felt so YA.
Yeah.
And that's not what I come to Stephen King for.
Yes.
I come for a bit more mature content. I come for a bit grittier, a bit darker. And I mean, he nailed the gritty and the dark. It just felt too close to YA for my taste.
Same! I think that's my problem too. I feel like I had a disconnect the whole time with the characters in the fairy tale world.
We didn't get to sit with them as long as we could have. I mentioned this in my video, but he pulled off a plot that most fantasy writers would have taken 3 books to write.
Yes, I was thinking about that too.
And so those authors would have taken more time to develop side characters and more world building.
That's true.
And he did that, I mean, I don't know, to a point he did that fine. Like, I like the depth of the characters, I like the world building elements to it. It's very whimsical, and I think he achieved what he was trying to achieve, but he did it in such a short amount of time.
I'm more let down in myself that I didn't love it as much, but I think I might reread it at some point.
Yeah, I think another thing that may have tripped us up is we want to move on to other things.
Yes.
Not because this book is bad.
I don't know. It wasn't my favorite of his, but it's not a bad book.
Right now I feel like it's a 4, but I could think on it in a few months and go, man, that really was a 3.5. Like,
same. I could, if I keep thinking about it, then I'll bump it up. That is our buddy reading. Let us know if you want to see more of this. This is so much fun.
And recommend what books and or authors we should do.
Books, authors,
series.
genres, series.
Should we read a series together?
Oh my gosh. Make sure to go over to Ian's channel to check out his whole entire journey. He documented everything as well from his point of view. So make sure to go over there and watch that and subscribe and show him some love. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Bye.